Hello, hello, beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful women. I welcome you to my show, Your Radiant Life After 45. It's a show for women who want more from life, who are not done living yet. And we are discussing everything that a mature woman may want to know of or discover more about. So my extensive experience as a naturopathic doctor, as a relationship coach, as a spiritual teacher, Reiki master teacher, and my extended personal experience, because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I am going to be 78 years young next month. So a treasure chest of experience. And we are talking about this here, because when you're live with me, then in the second part of our show, we have the opportunity to discuss things. You have the opportunity to ask questions, and that is so valuable. And so I congratulate you for being here, and I absolutely honor the gift of your time that you give me and yourself, because you may like what I share with you, and you may get a golden nugget from it. And I know we already have somebody here. Thank you so much for being here, Kathy. Okay, so I want to be practical with this today. And I'm going to just go through a day of what mindfulness could look like, and just remind you of how you actually go through your day and what you could do different if something comes up for you. And then we're going to end with a meditation. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. Mindfulness. Let's start in the morning. What happens when you wake up? What is your first reaction? Are you mindful, or are you just do you let your mind just go whatever it wants to get hooked onto? And sometimes it's maybe thoughts you had the evening before, or things that are still in your mind, not digested, and your brain has not flushed it out yet. What about smiles in the morning? To start your day in a mindful way would probably be to greet it, to give it gratitude and energy, gratitude for another brand new day. We are not guaranteed any time in particular. Some go to sleep and never wake up. Some go to sleep, wake up, and have a heart attack. We never really know. So when you wake up and your body is intact and you have a choice what you want to occupy your mind with in the first moments of the morning, a couple of minutes, then let it be positive. Why not wake up with a smile and a big yes? Yes to the day, yes to your body, yes to your life, and bring that energy in it just by saying some of these words. And then feel the gratitude for being alive, for having this incredible opportunity of another day. And what about connecting with your spirit guides, with God, in any way that it is your way to feel gratitude to that which we don't really have a name for. We say God, we say spirit guides. We know in our heart of hearts or soul of souls that we are not just this body, that we are so much more, and that we are protected and guided, and there is so much more to us than we can understand with our human mind. So to feel gratitude and appreciation for that is a wonderful way to start the morning in a mindful way. If you don't live by yourself and you have some other people or even one other person in your home, then what is your sleeping time? If you wake up before your partner, be aware of that, be mindful of that, and don't wake him or her up. But be quiet, be mindful of that the other person may still want to sleep. And then be mindful of your physical body. And if you are a woman over 45, you already feel some kind of stiffness in your physical body. It can start even earlier than 45, but usually around that time, after 45, it is it's just becoming something physical that almost all of us are experiencing. I almost said suffering from, but I don't want to say suffer from. We are experiencing that kind of stiffness. So allow your body to stretch. Be kind to your body. Love your body. And then rather than jumping out of bed, maybe stretch first. Stretch and allow your body to warm up. Do some gentle movements. If you do yoga, of course, you know that it's a great way to start the day, mindful and with yoga stretches. If you don't do yoga, just do some other stretches. Maybe bring your knees into your chest and rock on your spine, and do whatever you like, but give your body the opportunity to bring the blood into, not just into, into your capillaries, all the way to your extremities. Okay, and so tell your body, good morning, and it's time to create another day with zest for life, with energy, with open arms to receive all of the goodness that is there for you, in store for you. And then let's move further now out of your bedroom. Maybe you go into the bathroom. What do you do in the bathroom for loving kindness? How do you look at yourself in the mirror? What do you see? Do you see, all of that what you declare as anything but perfect? Yeah. So why can you look into your eyes and see your soul in your eyes, and create a soft gaze and allow yourself to send love to yourself? Yeah. So maybe you want to smile or even laugh. And especially, sometimes our faces in the mornings are not the ones we want to show everybody, right? Then take it with humor, laugh at your face, know that you are beautiful just the way you are, and that it is natural for all of us to see what is wrong first. It's just kind of something that comes from your reptile brain, and your the primitive part of your brain that always looks out for something that could be wrong and could be dangerous. Of course, having a morning face is nothing dangerous. And yet that's what your brain wants you to see first and have an opinion about it. So when you feel that negative opinion, start laughing about it, okay? And then maybe splash some cold water into your face. That brings some circulation in there. Then with water, I used to have baths in the morning or long showers, and I don't do that anymore. I am so much more aware of water and the precious commodity of water. Don't waste water. Long showers and baths are not necessary, except maybe for some treats occasionally, or when it is absolutely necessary, when you are so dirty that you really have to have a good long shower or bath. So maybe sometimes just washing with a cloth is good enough. Yeah, it's easier to step in the shower, let the water run, and it feels good. I understand that. But when you do it, when you do a washing of your body outside of the shower or the bathtub, then become mindful of the part of your body that you wash, and do it lovingly and gently and lovingly, and appreciate your awareness and your mindfulness of the use of water. Then coming to your hair, does it really need shampooing every day or every second day or every third day? I used to every day, and maybe that's why it got so thin and falling out. And I changed so much in the last couple of years. And now I use, unless I go in the ocean, then I have to rinse my hair to get the salt water out. But otherwise, I don't shampoo my hair until about the third or the fourth day of a week. And what are you using? What kind of shampoo are you using? Are you using chemical-free products, natural products? And are you sure? Look at the ingredients to make sure there are no chemicals in there. And yes, I still dye my hair. You know, when you have thin hair and blonde hair, it's not very attractive to have it all white, grown out. At least I'm not ready yet. So I still do that. And I know that I tried natural product. It's not the right color on me. So I'm still guilty there, and I'm still working with this. But my mind is there, my awareness is there. So as soon as I find something that doesn't have the chemicals in it, I definitely will use it. Okay, out of the bathroom, let's go into the kitchen. What do you do when you get into the kitchen first? I hope you have a big glass of water, and maybe you even do that before you go in the bathroom. I do it after the bathroom. Then I have a big glass of water and put some, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of Celtic salt in there, half of a lemon juice, and some water that I filter, especially with some ions and with some, anyway, it is especially prepared. And then I take it in my hands and I look at it and I say, thank you for hydrating my cells. Thank you for hydrating my body. Thank you, beloved water element. Water is so, I mean, it's the #1 element on our planet, right? About 70% of our planet is water. We shouldn't really call it Earth. We should call it water planet, or whatever will give it in the right Yeah, the right name that tells us it's 70% mostly water, just like our physical body. It's not solid. Well, we know that nothing is solid, that everything is energy, and even the space in between cells, there is no empty space. Everything is energy, and yet water is our bodies, our physical bodies' major element as well. So we know that, and water is a conductor, right? There is so much that we can say about water, but this is not the point. This is not the episode that I want to go into this. Mindfulness in the kitchen. If you have breakfast, what about saying a prayer or honor your food? That would be mindful, and you would give it the energy of your body, and you would receive the energy back of the food. So you would be in communication, and with that communication, you would align your energies, and that makes you able to digest the food so much better. What about your pets, if you have any? If you have a dog, a cat or dog or any pet, be kind. Be kind to your pet companion. Give him or her the attention, the food, everything, this beautiful, beautiful creature that has been given into your care. Give it all it needs, and you will receive so much back. More than you give. You always receive more back than you give. You can be sure of that. No matter if you experience it, know it, or not. Okay, so let's jump into your life. If you still go somewhere for your work, you're probably hitting traffic, whether you are driving in your own car, or whether you are in a bus or take the train, or however you get from your house to the place of your work, then you hit traffic. What are you doing when you're out there? Are you aware? Do you get angered easily by maybe traffic that holds you back, that makes you worry about whether you will be on time or not? Or somebody, if you're in your car, what do you do when somebody cuts in front of you? Do you want revenge and do it back? Or do you smile? Because you do not know why this person did this. He or she may have been careless in a way of not really even realizing it, just as a mindless thing, because not thinking about it, what the person is doing, can be a mindless act. But do you then condemn this person or this act, or do you let it go and be grateful that it did not end in a collision or catastrophe? So even with something like that could be disturbing or angering you, there could be gratitude. If you travel by bus or in a train, are you aware of your surroundings? Do you make eye contact with people around you? Do you give somebody who is in need the attention that this person needs? Maybe a smile, maybe something real, maybe a seat, maybe a kind word. All of this falls under mindfulness. Yes. We often are in our own thoughts, right? We are just too occupied with everything that we may still have to do, going through our lists or having internal dialogues with somebody or something that we having a hatchet with, and not realizing that we are talking to a phantom and just aggravating ourselves. Yes, we often do this, and hopefully when that happens to you, you get a little jolt and you wake up and you say, wait a moment, let that go. Why do I do that? What about the food store? What do you do when you're when it's pretty full, it's busy, you're in a line, you already have a couple of people in front of you, and there is somebody behind you with just, you have maybe the cart full, somebody behind you just has a few items. What do you do? Do you allow this person to go ahead? Or you insist because, yeah, you have the spot, you rightfully have your spot. Just an awareness. If you let somebody go ahead with a smile, it always is so healing for yourself. It's positive. It gives you positive vibes, and you did somebody a favor. You did something positive. So you do it and it comes back to you. Okay, let's go to children. How do you behave in front of children? Do you talk to them respectfully? Do you even notice them? Do you give them a smile? Do you feel compassion? Or are you irritated if they do something you don't approve of? Again, all acts of being mindful, of allowing something to be without needing it to have any particular way, brings something positive into your physical body. There's so much more to say about children, but I want to give you as much as I want in the time we have. What about TV time? Electronic devices. How much time do you spend there compared to how much time you spend in reading or reading or being out in nature or in meditation? What do you allow your mind to pay attention to? What do you feed your brain? And how often during the day do you stop your thoughts altogether for a moment of silence, or just to breathe? And how do you spend your evening? How often do you have company with friends? What can you do to be more in the company of like-minded people? And also maybe those that are very different from you. Could you maybe go to meetings or seek out people that are very different from you? Or those who go to churches, could you go into a church that is not according to your belief, just to get the experience, just to allow something else to exist without judgment, and see how it enriches you? Or do you only visit places you are already familiar with? And what do you do and how do you feel when you pass by a beggar on the street maybe? What goes through your mind? Do you give easily? Or do you think, well, if I give this person a couple of dollars, this person is probably going to buy booze or buy whatever? Is that your judgment? I never forget, my mother always said, my mother always gave. And I know as a young teenager, sometimes I found that irritating. And I said, Mom, you have no idea what this person uses it for, probably for, drugs or whatever. And I never forget, she always said, this is not of our business. When a person, no matter who it is, asks for something and you can give, then you give without needing to know what the person uses what you give for. And this stayed with me forever. So I can make a decision of whether I want to give or not, but it's not because I have a judgment of what the person will do with what I give. I either give or I don't give. That's all. So how much the last one, and I don't think we can do this meditation because we are out of time. I'm just going through a whole day of kind of what could happen and where you could become more mindful, because I wanted this to be practical. And something, I believe, because we are kind of running out of time here, what I will do is my next episode will be still about mindfulness, because there is so much more to say about it. And whatever I touched on today, I will not bring back in anymore, but there is more to it. And then I will only do that for maybe 20 minutes, and then we'll keep the last 10 minutes for this meditation that I would like to do with you, and don't have the time for it anymore. Yeah. So the last one is, how much sleep do you allow your body for its recovery? There is a mindfulness that goes about it. For example, I have this challenge. I become mindless. I can get carried away by reading something, watching something, going on, and I know the time is running. It's already 11 o'clock or maybe even going to 12. And I still push because I'm so hooked or fascinated on what I'm reading, as if this will not be there the next day. So I become mindless about the needs of my body when it comes to sleep. And I don't want you to do the same. Become mindful of the sleep that your body needs, because it makes a big difference in your health, and also gives your brain the opportunity to digest everything and sort through all of the chaos and everything that it received during the day, make sense of it, and discard of that which it doesn't want or need anymore. So honor that, be mindful of the needs of your physical body, your brain, and just know that you do something that is important for your health, important for your body, for your mind, for your entire being. Because you are not a machine. You are a spiritual being in a physical body. And right now, in this time that we live in, we need even more rest. So allow yourself to rest. You're not lazy if you need a nap during the day. If your body gives you that signal, then listen. Be mindful to listen to your body. Okay? All right. So thank you so much for being here. And we will, hopefully you'll come back for next week. And so we will continue here. Okay, bye-bye for now.